Hello everyone, today we'll be talking about the country home essentials, and these are just things I feel you absolutely need when you're moving to the country. So I'm gonna do it in order of what I feel you need the least, and then the last one will be what I think you need the most. I made a list of 15 things I feel that every country home needs. Of course there's more things, but I feel like these things are just a good starting point of what you absolutely need when coming to the country. I'm going to start off with something that's pretty conditional to where I live, and I live in America, and specifically in the South, where my area is predominantly white. Therefore they don't cater to a lot of black hair products. If you're someone who wants more than just Walmart products, then I will suggest you stocking up before you come here, and for you to also know that you're gonna have to buy a lot more products online. For me personally, I have dreadlocks, so I don't really need a whole bunch of products to maintain my hair, and I like to only stick with natural products. So I actually use ESPIE body oil in my hair. It's for everywhere, and I mix it with castor oil, Jamaican black castor oil, and with lemon oil, and sometimes I do like argan oil. There you go. And just mixing up those things and just putting in my hair. My hair just needs like oils, like lots of oils to keep it moisturized. And then in terms of like shampoo and conditioner, I don't really need anything like special for that. So that's me personally, but I know some women that need like a lot more products to maintain their hair, so that's something you have to think about. The next thing I think that's kind of important is a mudroom in your house. So just having a section, preferably I guess by the back door, where you just have like your shoes that can get dirty. That area may not be the cleanest of areas, because you'll find that a lot of times after working outside, when you come inside, immediately you have like dirty shoes. So you just want to have somewhere where you can put them and it not be like right into your living space. The next thing that you'll need is a little more on the pricey side, and that's a wood stove. Our wood stove is not set up yet. This is it, and you can't necessarily see it, so I think I'll just insert a picture. So basically here, it gets cold in the winter, so you're gonna need a wood stove in case the electricity goes out and you'll still have a heating source in your home. This is also important because sometimes you don't have like a alternate heating system, so a wood stove will be an appropriate option for you. The next one is seasonings, and just any type of specialty like ethnic foods. You're not gonna find them. It's gonna be so hard. So when you do find them outside of your hometown in the country, get those things and kind of stock up and bring them back here, because it's just so hard to find a lot of ethnic food. So what I mean by that is like, I don't know, like ackee and saltfish. I'm a Jamaican. You're not gonna find no ackee and saltfish. I said ackee and saltfish. You're not gonna find no ackee in the cans, and like you won't find that in the supermarket at all. It's not an option. So you're gonna have to like stock up on things like that, or you're gonna have to know that you need to order online. What is something else that is hard to find here? Like African foods, none of that at all. Like even just to find palm oil is a struggle. Like you can't even find that, to be honest. And that goes for like a lot of things, even like clothes. If you want to like buy nice clothes, I'm trying to think of like where I would buy clothes here, and honestly my options are pretty limited to a thrift store. Multiple thrift stores, they thrift a lot here, and that's just how it is here. There's just not many shopping options. Honestly, you will find more like furniture and home decor options than anything else. Like after food, then it's like furniture and like home maintenance stores. But in terms of like clothing and like shoes and all this stuff, nah, you won't really find it, and that kind of sucks. There's like even in like a little larger towns or cities here, you won't even find like Forever 21 or Zara, any of those like mainstream stores. You won't find those either. So online shopping is really like your best friend here. What comes in the clutch though is that Costco does ship here, so that's pretty cool because Costco is really far from where I live. So whenever, like when we first came out here, whenever we wanted to go to Costco, it would be like over an hour long drive just to go to Costco. So ship with Costco, online shopping with Costco is the way to go. Something that I realized the other day that was pretty important is like a good flashlight. I bought this flashlight because I wanted to use it for another project, and then I realized like when my parents were using it that it was pretty essential. Like we put it in the front of our house and we use it almost every day. So this is something that I actually suggest you invest in, is a good flashlight, and one that's like strong, that can carry out the light very far, because we use it sometimes to like look between the trees at night to see like what animals are like passing by. So I suggest investing in a good flashlight. Okay, this is something that should be a little higher in the rankings on this list, but the reason why I'm not gonna put it higher is because sometimes you just gotta learn to live with it, like I have been, and that's Wi-Fi and a Wi-Fi booster. I suggest you get a Wi-Fi booster. Where I am, the signal is terrible, like it's really bad. Like it took me, for the last video that I uploaded, it took about 2 days to upload, and that's no exaggeration. So I really suggest getting a Wi-Fi booster. I don't really know much about it. We still don't have one, but I'm putting it on this list because we need one. It's pretty like essential if you're someone who works online, who's online a lot, because even your cell phone service, like the data, it's not that strong either. So I suggest getting a Wi-Fi booster. Next is a large storage space, and I say large because you want to have somewhere to store your lawnmower, your tractor, and those are actually other things on the list. So you want a large storage area to store those big items, and also to store like other things you may not necessarily want in your home, because if you don't have a garage, which we don't, you want that other option of having like a storage area, and it's come pretty handy. We currently use containers, but you can use anything else, like a shed even, or yeah, like a shed or a container. I suggest a container because you get to have the flexibility of like remodeling it into another living space, which eventually we will do. So I suggest getting a large storage container. When you're living in the country, you really need a pickup truck. I didn't really see the necessity of this until we got one, and I was just like, oh yeah, we needed this, because when you're living here so far out from the city or from the town, you don't necessarily have the option of having a garbage truck coming to your house. I mean, they can come to your house, but you have to pay extra for them to come here. So that means you have to carry your own garbage to the garbage dump. So that's what we do, and since we have a pickup truck, it's just easier to put your things in the back of the pickup truck. You're okay with the back of your pickup truck getting dirty, and you're just carrying those things to the garbage dump, and like you're good to go. And that's something that we do every month, or like twice a month. So you will get good use out of your pickup truck. Also, my dad, like, he does it for his work tools and other things, so it's more essential for someone who does things like handiwork. But I still feel like everyone should kind of have a pickup truck when they're living in the country. I feel like if you have green space like a lawn in your home, a lot of times in the cities you see that you can just pay someone to cut your lawn for you, or you can have like a little small lawnmower that's inexpensive. But here you actually need like a proper lawnmower, because typically in the country you have more land, so that means that you're gonna need to get a good lawnmower. And I say invest in a good lawnmower. Also, you can pay people to do that here, but it's just better to do it yourself and just get the proper tools so you can have a nice looking lawn. And then the next one is pretty similar, which is a tractor. I kinda still don't see it as essential, but I guess kind of for us it is, where we have a garden and we have like different things going on in the yard, so we need a tractor. Like, I'm hesitant to say this because I kind of still don't see the need, but it is good to have a tractor so you can pick up large amounts of dirt and like transfer it to different areas that you want it to go to. I suggest that you don't have your house too close to the road, and I say this because you want to give people time to get to your house. Over here people come to your home unannounced often enough, and because you're like out in the country, there's not a lot of people around you, our neighbors are pretty far, and then unexpected guests are coming, you kind of just want to like hear them coming before they're here. And that's why it's also important to have like a church driveway where you can hear the car rolling on the rocks as someone is coming on your yard. Have your home a good distance from the road if you can help it. The next one is a dog, and I think it's really important to have a dog actually, because our dog barks whenever there's like imminent danger around, and he just like alerts us. Our dog, he's friendly and he's just like good company to have as well. Even though we're not huge like dog people, it's just still good to have that added, I guess, entertainment around and just like comfort. Like when you're doing work in the yard, he will like follow you and like stay with you. Even right now I'm filming, my window's open and he's right there, so it's just really comforting, I think, also to have a dog. Yeah, but he'll bark when something's around at night, which gets annoying sometimes, but I think it's a good like alert system. And we have an honorable mention, Rocky. Rocky, say hi. Say hi. He's been a little sad these days. We don't really know why, but he seems to be warming up actually just now. The thing is, he's tied up because he usually runs away when my dad mows the lawn, and he did today, so maybe I should just untie him. My dad built this by himself, and it's pretty much Rocky's palace. And these are some of the things he brings back to us. I have no idea what animal that is, but it's something. You're gonna need to have work boots here and rain boots. It gets pretty dirty when you're like working outside and muddy at times, so if you have like proper work boots or rain boots, it just helps you know that you don't need to mess up your good shoes. And it happens quite a lot where I just put on like some shoes I don't really care about and just go outside, because over here like you don't need them fancy shoes. So get some good work boots and rain boots so you'll be Gucci. Get a gas stove. I mean, some people might not like gas stoves, but I really feel that you should have one. Electric stoves, they're unreliable when the light goes out, and sometimes the light really goes out. Like if there's a thunderstorm, it's kind of likely here for the light to go out, so when that happens, like, you can't cook, so you better have your food ready. So get a gas stove so you can use it even when the light goes out. And that's something that we don't have, and I think that we should, or I just see the benefits in it. Alright, so this is the second to last thing that I'll mention, and that is a garden. I'm not a huge like garden enthusiast, but I really see the benefits of growing your own food, having a garden, and just like eating from something that you've grown. It's really good to know that you have put work into something and now you're reaping the benefits, especially with something that you're putting into your body, because the food industry in America is quite sketchy. So even if you're just using a small amount of your food source from your own garden, it still helps, I believe. Having your own garden also just gives you like activity. The other day I was gardening with my mom and it was really like a workout, I'm never gonna lie. And not only does it help you physically, but it just helps you mentally as well. It's a time to like clear your mind and just like relax. And I believe that they said gardening helps with like depression and just like helps with like blood flow and these things. So I just think that it's pretty essential to have a garden. If you're gonna go through harsh winters or winters in general, I think you should also invest in a greenhouse, and that's something that we have, and it's been a real benefit for us because we're able to start planting from earlier in the year. So yeah, I really believe that you should get a garden, and then if you can, get a greenhouse. Okay, number one on this list, like number one on this list, like this is so important, it's not even funny. Like if you live in the country and you don't have this, I don't know, like what are you doing? And without further ado, that is a well, and a pump well with an electric pump and a manual pump. Having an electric pump and a manual pump is so important. Electric pumps are good because it will pump through your entire home, and then the manual pump is that if the electricity goes out, you still have the option of hand pumping and still getting water. This is the well that we have, and right here is like the electric pump system, so it can be pumped into the house. And this is the well. This is the manual part where you can just pump it and then the water comes out through here. I believe a well is so important in a country home because a lot of times you cannot get the town's water source. You cannot get public water to your home because it's just so far out and they don't service your area. So if you have a well, you have a source of water, and water is pretty essential to life, daily life, and everything that you need. So having a well is a must. And then also I believe the water that we get from our well is just so much more fresher. It's just like, it's better. And I don't know, like if we didn't, I think we did have an option. No, we couldn't have gotten the city water. So get a pump, get a well. And more specific to a well, I have to emphasize this again, is getting a manual pump and an electric pump well, because you just need both options. If you just get an electric pump well, it kind of just won't help you when there's no electricity. So get both. Thank you for watching the series City Girl Country Life. I by no means know what I'm talking about really, but I'm just shedding a little bit of light and things I've learned while living in the country, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you. Today I'm gonna be spray painting this file storage box thing, bench thing we're trying to put in the office. So I'm spray painting this black today. It's already black, but it's old. We got it from someone, and it's like not clean, and there's also green inside, so we need spray paint both inside and outside, and that's what is gonna happen. Oh, I didn't say that this is like a bench as well. So we might put like a cushion on top or just leave it. But I like that it's a bench. Multi-purpose. Okay, my parents are gone. I feel like a child for doing this, but I felt so bad. And to be honest, I didn't really need to, but basically I had brought this up on the deck, and I saw that some things needed to be touched up, and I was like, Lori, don't get any spray paint on the floor. And then in my enthusiasm of doing everything, I got some on the deck. Even though I think we're eventually gonna paint this black, but still, it's like an obvious, an obvious like spray paint spot. So I googled, and let's see if this vinegar is gonna get it out. I really hope it does, but if it doesn't, honestly, it's okay. Yeah. Guys, it's actually coming out, I think. Yeah, it is. I'm so thankful. Can you see? Yes. Ah! This spot is gonna be the hardest. Over here it's gonna be the hardest. My work buddy is sleeping. Look at him. He likes to come near me when I'm working outside. Alright, so it looks as if it is gone. For the most part, I'm happy. That was a quick fix. So yeah, vinegar gets out. Spray paint if you ever need to. Thanks, Google. Be sure to watch my other videos that I've already posted, and look forward to seeing more videos from me about my country life, and also in the near future about my travels that I have gone through before the coronavirus really struck and made everything go haywire. Be sure to give me a like, subscribe, comment, and have a blessed day.